Mr. Obama, I read today you're taking the public option off the table. You're like any other politician prattling pigeon poop. There's just no way around it. If the Republicans are so afraid of a public option, then offer this option. Every person in the country gets the same insurance that the federal politicians get and the federal employees get. Pull those two things together, and then you add the rest of the people with no insurance who are citizens of this country, and they get coverage based on their income, buying into the plan. And it covers everybody with pre-existing conditions, and there are no limits for coverage. In other words, if you want to be on life support for the rest of your life, then you can be. And if you want to have your plugs pulled, you can say so in a declaration, and you can consult your doctor with that. And that's the way it's due for public health. Now, to pay for it, you have to understand that the CFR and other organizations engineered 9/11 as a false flag. Anybody, the Architects for Truth, has proven that these buildings were demolished. They did not pancake. Even PBS's own vision of the pancaking theory leaves the inner core standing. The inner core didn't stand. There is nothing that could reduce 3 buildings to nothing but powder and particles only 1/4 of an inch wide. All of that had to be explosives previously placed in those 3 buildings, and throw tons of steel and concrete that weren't pulverized into buildings 4 blocks down the road. That had to be a false flag event, in which case we have no business being in Afghanistan and no business being in Iraq. You want total space supremacy? Then get those bases and get those troops home. There's conscientious objectors now going to jail because they don't want to, they know this is an illegal war. And health care can be paid for. There should have been a peace dividend after Vietnam, but there wasn't. The war can be paid for the health care can be paid for by making less war. It's as simple as that. Bring the troops home, stop Pax Americana, and take care of Americans. That is the way to get through going through the galactic plane. And you need to let the secrets of DARPA, the FBI, and the CIA out. And we need also to understand, if you're going to have public health care, that public science has to be common sense. Any search on medical hemp will prove to you, and ask any doctor who's worked with it, it cures cancer, it cures other ailments, it cures glaucoma. It's a beneficial plant. It needs to be removed from the Schedule I drug because prohibition doesn't work. The original prohibition had only one drug, the tree of knowledge. It only had to watch 2 people, Adam and Eve. Who was the watcher? The big guy upstairs. And even he could not make prohibition work. It's time to wake up, get some common sense. Your wife has it, more of it than you do. That's obvious. Because otherwise, right now, you're out on the stump being a prattling politician pushing pigeon poop. That's it. That's all you're doing right now. You need to change it. Take charge. You're president. Make it so.